All right, let's just dive right into this. Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are looking at a survival guide for Immortal Realm. Specifically, we're breaking down exactly how to run an expedition end to end. We are going to be focusing on the Sunken Archives, which is the only live charter right now. And listen, I need to start with the absolute most important, highest stakes fact of this entire run, okay? The Sunken Archives is one completion per account ever. Wait, ever? Like forever, ever? Literally forever. Once your account gets the Sunken Archives Done tag, you are completely finished. This isn't some daily quest you can grind. This is a one-shot deal.
And honestly, here is where it gets really terrifying. A failed run destroys your blessed charter, period. That specific attempt goes up in smoke, right along with any buffs you had. You get 0 rewards, 0 partial credit, nothing.
Oh, man. So if my group messes up, the system just completely eats it?
Exactly. Because of this, your prep matters so much. You absolutely do not want to go in blind.
Okay, I won't lie, I'm officially panicking a bit. If a failure just wipes my blessed charter out of existence, is there any way I can prepare? Like, can I get an advantage before I even step foot in the dungeon?
You absolutely can, and you 100% should. Doing this right here is exactly what separates the veterans from the rookies.
So there are 2 order systems that can vastly enhance your charter, but you absolutely have to do it before the expedition actually starts. First off, a high ledger member at witness rank or higher can add up to 15 bonus minutes if they're at tier 3. Second, a College of Chirurgeons member can bless it with up to 10 extra minutes at tier 4. Plus, and this is huge for a first run, they can enable party revival and a loot boost.
Wait, hold on. So if I find the right players, I can actually stack those?
Yes, they are additive. So a Ledger Tier 3 and a Chirurgeon Tier 4 combined gives you a massive 25 extra minutes on your timer. That bumps your 90 minutes up to 115. Plus you get that party revival. But the absolute most crucial point here is you must get these buffs applied to the charter before you talk to Marek to start the run. Okay, got it. Buff first. But what is the actual flow here? I really don't want to make a stupid mistake before I even enter the dungeon. Deep breath. It's going to be okay. I'm going to walk you through the exact 6 chronological steps you need to guarantee a successful run. We're going to cover everything, from getting the charter itself all the way to splitting that massive pile of loot at the end. Okay, so here's the overarching roadmap. Step 1, talk to Marek. Step 2, recruit your party. Step 3, travel. Step 4, work objectives. Step 5, watch the timer. And Step 6, return the scroll.
Well, that seems simple enough.
It seems simple, yeah, but almost every single step has a fatal gotcha that will instantly ruin your run if you aren't paying attention. So let's jump right into Step 1. Your journey is going to begin with Archivist Marek. He's the keeper of lost knowledge, and you are going to find him right near the Britain docks in Trammel, roughly around coordinates 1539, 1747. He's the only NPC out there who issues expedition charters. When you go talk to him, if your account hasn't completed it yet, he's going to tell you all about this water spirit holding the deepest chamber of the old archives, and then he physically hands you a blessed expedition charter. Okay, cool. I know exactly where he is. So my guild usually just meets up at the bank. Do I gather everyone together, make sure we have all our gear, and then just press an activate button on the charter to kick things off?
Oh, I am so glad you asked that, because that right there is the #1 mistake that kills rookie runs before they even get off the ground.
Here is the brutal truth of it. There is no separate activate step. The 90-minute timer starts the exact millisecond Marek hands you that charter. Your name is immediately entered as the first member, and the clock is officially ticking.
Seriously? So the expedition literally starts while I'm just standing there on the docks?
Yes, that is exactly why the right way to do this is talk to Mark to activate the charter, and then you recruit your party. Do not dilly-dally on the docks. Okay, so I have the charter in my hand, and the clock is ticking down from 90 minutes. How do my friends actually get in on this? Do I just type some command to invite them to my party?
It's actually a bit more physical than that. Let's move to Step 2 and see how this whole recruitment mechanic builds out.
To recruit up to 3 other players, they physically have to walk right up to you. They must be within 3 tiles of your character, and then they need to double-click the charter sitting right there in your backpack or in your hands.
No, that's pretty cool, actually. What's the party size look like?
The hard cap is 4 players total. Now, the design floor is 2. Technically, Marek will let you run it solo, but listen to me, the encounters and the final boss are absolutely not calibrated for a single player, so do not try to lone wolf this. Oh, and one piece of good news. There's no roster lock. Friends can just keep joining mid-run as long as you have open slots.
Perfect. All right, so we've all double-clicked the charter. We're officially a party of 4. So step 3 is travel. Does the blessed charter just work like an instant travel pass? Like, do we all just teleport inside like a raid portal or something?
Nope, no teleport. Joining the charter does not magically move anyone. Every single member must walk, recall, or moongate to the expedition region on their own 2 feet. And keep in mind, it's a private region. So if a non-member tries to just walk in, the system physically ejects them right back to the entrance, with a message saying they aren't part of the expedition. You absolutely have to be on that charter roster to enter.
Okay, we made it inside. We're on step 4, working the objectives. But wait, what if we're fighting the big boss, the water spirit, what was it, the Archivist, and my internet just drops? Or what if my client crashes and I have to restart? Do I just lose my one-time completion forever?
And this brilliantly illustrates why you really shouldn't panic about disconnects. Nothing breaks, the expedition just keeps running. The system automatically sets checkpoints as your group clears rooms. If you disconnect when you log back in, you just open your expedition trump. That's the menu you get from double-clicking the charter. And there's a rejoin button in there?
Exactly. You just hit Rejoin Expedition, and it teleports you directly to your party's latest checkpoint. It doesn't dump you all the way back at the entrance. Even if the leader is the one who disconnects, the run does not fail.
Now, on to step 5. Watch the timer. Like we said, you start with 90 minutes, plus any of those juicy order buffs we talked about earlier. The system is going to give you a warning at 15 minutes remaining and a final warning at 5 minutes. When that clock hits exactly 0, it is a hard fail. All online members are instantly teleported back to the entrance, the whole region is cleaned up, and your charter is destroyed.
Wow, I'm sweating just thinking about that timer. So if we fail, or if we just run out of time on the boss, I know you said the charter is destroyed, but since we didn't technically complete it, can I just go back to Marek and ask for a fresh one?
So, I want to be perfectly clear about how this works. A timeout is a forced fail. There is absolutely no partial credit. Now, to answer your question, technically, yes, the Sunken Archives Done account tag is only applied upon actual completion. So, according to the mechanics laid out in the guide, your account isn't walked out of trying again. However, your blessed charter, along with all those massive ledger and Chirurgeon buffs you spent time stacking on it, are completely destroyed. You would have to start entirely from scratch with a bare-bones charter, and you get absolutely no rewards for that failed run. It's a really brutal setback. But hey, let's assume you win. Step 6 is returning the scroll. Once the boss is down, someone in the party grabs the ancient archive scroll, walks all the way back out to Marek, and talks to him. The system then instantly pays every single member of the party, no matter who is actually carrying the scroll.
Nice. What's the payout look like?
It's totally worth it. Every member gets 1,500 gold, 10 time tokens, 3 blood crystals, a cool flavor item called Archived Knowledge, and your seasonal ledger source credit. And right there, that is the exact moment your account gets permanently tagged with Sunken Archives Done.
All right, moving on to the silent killers. These are the common mistakes that end expeditions. These are basically the undocumented requirements from the guide that just constantly ruin rookie runs. So what's the single biggest silent party requirement? Skipping the lockpicker. Listen to me on this. The inner gates inside the Sunken Archives physically require lockpicks. If you don't bring at least one capable lockpicker, your run is just dead in its tracks. You also need to be ready for some really heavy combat, because the elementals inside scale up in difficulty the deeper you go. Other fatal errors include bringing too few players. Remember, do not try to solo that water spear boss, forgetting to get your order buffs before talking to Marek, and trying to recruit people who are standing more than 3 tiles away from you.
So let's bring it all back to where we started today. I want to leave you with this terrifying, but honestly pretty exciting golden rule.
1 completion per account, ever.
Exactly. You get 1 successful shot at the Sunken Archives. Bring a lockpicker, get those high ledger and Chirurgeon buffs applied first, watch your 90-minute timer, and whatever you do, do not panic if you disconnect. The Sunken Archives are waiting for you. Will you walk out with your blood crystals and your place in the seasonal ledger, or will your charter just be another piece of trash floating in the depths? That's all for this explainer. Get your party together and good luck out there.